What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6, Episode 7. So we picked this episode up where we left off last week with Lyrica, Pam, and arguing. And Lyrica's like, look, I'm done. Like, I done packed my little overnight bag. She's outside, and she's like, I don't want to do with this. And, they made a scene, and the security came, and, A1 was like, look, you talk to her, telling his mom, you talk to her, because I don't want the police involved. I don't want this to turn into a situation. She was like, no, you're right. Let me talk to her. So she goes to talk to Lyrica, and she trying to come at Lyrica from the point of view of, it's just not worth it. You gonna let this bitch break up your household. You gonna let her cause problems in your household. And she was like, no, A1, this ain't about her. This is about A1. You gonna let this, and she was like, get away from me, Pam. Pam, leave me alone, Pam. And she telling that woman to get out her face. And then she starts talking about, she's talking about how she really wants to she was like, I've been doing this for 8 years, and, why would you put a ring on my finger again? Why would you rededicate just to do the same thing over again? And, she had some valid points. Now, my issue with this whole scene, my biggest problem with this whole scene was why Pam had to remind Lyrica that she had a baby. Lyrica was like, I'll be back in a couple of days to get some more clothes. These are just, a couple of overnight outfits. I'll be back in a couple of days. Pam said something about, well, your son... Oh, yeah, I'm going to be back to get him. No, I'll get him now. I'll get him too. You ain't said nothing about your son that whole time until Pam reminded you that your son was in the house. And that's not funny, y'all. And I'm not trying to say Lyrica's a bad mother. I'm just thinking maybe Lyrica was just so caught up in the moment that she forgot she had a damn son. I don't know. But did y'all see that? That she ain't say nothing about her son. Like, she said, I'll be back in a couple of days to get my clothes. She never said, I'll be back to come and get my son. Poor Ocean. Poor Ocean. Poor Ocean. Shouts out to the person in my comments who said that they didn't like me stopping to take a drink. Anyway, so Jason Lee reporting on the fact that the B2K concert was in LA and April was backstage. And look, I'm not doing this with April and Fizz because let me tell you about how they pissed me off. Just how April, it's more April than Fizz, really. April, no, I ain't gonna say that, both of them. But April is backstage on Instagram and going live, and it's like you trolling. You know the optics of what you're doing is bad. You know what people are saying. You know what's going on. You trolling people now. Why the hell are you backstage at the B2K concert with Lil Fizz on Instagram Live? So, basically, J Boog is having a conversation with Fizz. They went out to play pool. That damn Ray J funny as hell, y'all. He's so stupid. Anyway, he was clowning. But they basically were talking to him like it was J Boog, and it was, is it Spectacular? The one with the braids that's in Pretty Ricky. Is that Spectacular? I believe that's Spectacular. And basically, J Boog was like, look, now, I done already asked you and talked to you about this whole situation with April, but that was not a good look at the concert. Like, Omarion was really in his feelings about that whole situation. Like, he really felt some kind of way. And at the end of the day, what I don't want to see happen is that this end up affecting the tour. We don't want to see the rest of the tour end up getting canceled because stuff get to be too awkward between the two of y'all. And then, Lil Fizz is like, well, that's news to me. Ain't nobody talking to me. Ain't nobody talking to me. Why do you keep acting like Omarion owes you a conversation? You owe him a conversation. You owe it to him to go and talk to him about the fact that you are hanging out with his baby's mother. Regardless of what went down between him and April, you owe that conversation to him. Now, later on in the episode, we see April kind of gives us a little bit more insight of how bad things really got when her and Omarion broke up. Her side of the story is that one day Omarion just came home and was basically like, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore, and rolled out. And she said that she was so depressed that she had, lost all this weight, that she was drinking, that she really was, she wasn't really doing right by her kids or whatever, and that Fizz came in and he would come and take the kids to the park when she needed, to sleep, and that he basically helped her get healthy again. Now, I respect that. I 100% respect that. And I'm not saying that there isn't a reason why they can't be friends. But this game that they're playing, that's the game that I don't like. Because everybody don't need to know y'all business. Y'all are letting everybody know y'all business. But neither here nor there. I'll get back to that because we'll get back to that whole situation. But basically, they're letting Fizz know, look, this is serious. Like it's not a joke, And what we find out is that even his manager and the stage manager and Fizz's manager, I don't know why he needs one, but okay, called him and was like, this is a problem and this is about to be a problem. You really need to get it in check. And April was supposed to be going to Chicago. That's her hometown. And Fizz ends up talking to her later on in the episode. And he's like, look, I'll still go ahead and hook your family up with the tickets for the show because I told you that I would. But you gonna probably not come. And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, I've been looking forward to this. And that's when you hear her. I've been looking forward to this, showing my family a good time. Showing off to your family. And she was like, well, I'm still coming to Chicago, and we'll see about me coming to the show or not. And I think Fizz was being real nice about basically telling her she couldn't come. But we'll see. We'll see. Later on in the episode, she goes to Chicago with with Paris. And that's when she tells Paris about how bad things really got. She was losing weight and she was drinking and stuff like that. So we'll see more of that next week, but I'm done with that. I'm done with that storyline because I'm done with them. April Watts. I said April Watts, Lord. Apple Watts. Now, I like Apple, even though, I think Apple gets in her own way sometimes. I like her spirit. I like her. I really do. I think she's a sweet girl. Apple and your boy, shit. I was doing good with the names tonight too. Mr. Ray, thank you. Whew. Apple and Mr. Ray are in the car, and she's basically recapping what happened to him at Jason's little showcase. And clearly Jason and Mr. Ray got an issue because every time Jason's name comes up, Ray gets the roll of his eyes, honey. So they clearly got some sort of issue. I don't know if that's going to play itself out this season or not, but whatever. Apple is going to get her breast done. And she's taking Mr. Ray with her for moral support. That's cool, right? Until they pull up to the strip mall. Mr. Ray said, is this where you getting your breast done at the strip mall? Honey, it's a strip. Who goes to get their breast done at the strip mall? Next to the Dollar Tree in the, oh Lord, in the Wingstop. What? Where they do that at? Anyway, honey, Apple is getting her a D cup, but the first time she went, her blood levels were too low. She was anemic and she couldn't get it done. So they're going back to she was going back to get her blood work done again to see if she can have the surgery. Her blood work came through and she ended up having the surgery. And she got a little lightheaded. It was a little bit of a complication, but everything seemed to go well. But she said that thing hurt like a mother. And Mr. Ray was there with her. And peep this. Her fake sister was there. Remember the fake father from last season? The guy she thought was her father, but then they had the DNA test and found out he wasn't. But he told her all along he knew he wasn't the father. He was just trying to be a father to her. Well, his daughter, I guess in the interim of them trying to build a relationship when they thought they were connected, she became friends with her sister. And so she said that, even though he ain't my daddy no more, she's still my sister. So she was there with her for moral support. But everything seemed to go well with her surgery. So I'm happy for you, Apple. If you like it, I love it, boo. If you wanted big boobs and you wanted your little D cup, honey, if you like it, I love it. She said she had to balance out her butt. She said she got the butt in the back. She had to get the boobs in the front. Okay, girl. Lyrica's down to the hotel. Now, Lyrica G done came through, and her best friend done came through, and she basically is letting them know what went down, like the whole argument between her and Pam and A1 and, Summer, saying what she was saying. And, you know, Lyrica was like, look, and, you know, her mom and them kept trying to talk about, well, you know, Summer jumps on everybody, some of this, some of that. Lyrica was like, but this ain't about her. Like, yeah, she a hoe, but this ain't about her. This is about him. You know what I mean? And I can respect that she was mature about it. You know, she said she gonna, you know, that she really think that she just done with it. She really think that she done with the whole situation. She said, you know, I'm going to go get my son. She remembered her son this time. She said, I'm going to go get my son and bring him back in. Now, mind you, she already said that hotel life really ain't a place for a baby. But she going to go get the baby and bring him back to the hotel. But whatever, honey. But she's basically letting them know, look, I really don't know where it is with me and A1, but I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm not going to keep living like this with them. I'm not going to keep doing this back and forth with A1. So, we also found out that Lyrica G has some new music dropping, honey, and she has a listening party coming up. Now, y'all remember a few months back, we said that video dropped of Lyrica G new music. Now, Lyrica G can actually sing, y'all. I ain't got no beef with her. Y'all ever follow her on Instagram when she get to singing and stuff like that? But so I'm sure that's going to be on a future episode, her listening party, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the shenanigans. K. Michelle. Okay, here's what's going down with Miss K. Michelle, Miss Kimberly. K. Michelle still wants to have her twins, but, you know, things aren't going too well with her harvesting her eggs. Well, in the meantime and in between time, she's starting to have some second thoughts about this surrogate that she thought was such a perfect match, Miss Tonay. She went on to talk about how Tonay and the boyfriend then made this video on social media talking about that they are her surrogate. And now the whole world knows that this is her surrogate. So here's what I got to say. You didn't have no MDA, boo? Like, you didn't have no MDA already in place? And you introduced her to your whole listening party a couple of weeks ago. So maybe they felt like it was cool for them to talk about it. Because at the beginning of the video, he said, well, the cat's out the bag. Or we can let the cat out the bag. Maybe they felt like since you introduced her to the world at your listening party, that they were free to speak on it, especially if they never signed a contract. Then she went on to say how the boyfriend wants her to sign a contract, and she got upset by that. You should want a contract, Kim. You should want a contract. Now, she went to her lawyer to get something drawn up, but she was saying how she's feeling some kind of way because Tonay really is trying to be her friend. And she said, I'm not really looking for a friend. Like, that's not what I don't want our relationship to be that. I want our relationship to really be, you do this for me, I pay you, you have a nice life. I don't want to be rude to you, but I'm not really trying to be best friends with you. And that's what she wants. She wants me to call her every day. And then she said, then she started making comments about, once I have the babies, we can do this and we can do that and we can do that. And she was like, no. But her lawyer basically told her, you kind of went in the door sideways. Like, you started off one way. If you wanted this to be just business, that's what it should have been from the beginning. And you've already, you know, gone to doctor's appointments and done all these things, and you don't even have a contract in place. Like, K. Michelle, I don't know. I'm finding it hard to believe that you didn't do a better job of taking care of your business on that end. But okay. Excuse me. We see her meet up with Moniece. Honey, Moniece got a big ass dog talking about something. That's her emotional support dog. That dog big as hell. But okay. K. Michelle funny. She said, I ain't talked to Moniece, and she told me about that dumb idea about going on tour with April. But okay. So Moniece started trying to talk to her about music, and K. Michelle said, look, I don't really want to argue with you or nothing right now, so I'm not going to talk to you about this music. Let's just talk about something else. So then anyway, she started explaining to her about her issues with the surrogate again. And Moniece told her, she said, look, trust your instinct. If the red flag is up, then you need to address the red flag. Like, if this isn't feeling comfortable for you, then you have to make the best decision for you. And she was like, yeah, but they really relying on this money. They kind of need the money. She said, yeah, but what's more important? You taking care of their family or you taking care of your family? And I said, Moniece, that has got to be probably the most rational shit that you have said ever. But it was some good advice. And so, you know, kind of gave K. Michelle some food for thought. At the end of the episode, we see K. Michelle finally meeting with Tone. She done went down to Florida to meet with Tone for them to really have a conversation. And that's where the episode ended. But honey, I would be remiss if I ended this live. Ooh, this not a live. If I ended this review before I addressed, y'all know every season they got to give us a Pam and Lyrica G moment, okay? Now, this one was a little anticlimactic. I don't know if both mothers have learned how to act their age, or they just weren't that worked up, or if this was just the appetizer and we're going to get the main event later on in this season. But we had a sit down with Lyrica G and Pam. Now, Lyrica G looks good in her confessional. That's what I meant to say, too. That wig, that outfit, she looks cute. She looks cute. And guess who else looks cute in their confessional in this episode? Pam. Pam looks cute. She's got a really nice wig. The makeup look decent. The dress she has on is cute. It's not fly cute. It's Pam cute. You feel what I'm saying? I said, well, looky here who got a glam squad. Whoever and whatever, that's who y'all need to put with Pam every time she come on camera. Every time. I don't care if she just coming on camera to go to the bathroom. She need to see them glam squad people first. Whoever that glam squad was. Now. They meet up at dinner, honey. And Pam, no, she wrong. Pam basically trying to say that A1 didn't sleep with that woman, that, Summer Bunny is a hoe, that she sleep with every producer, and why y'all gonna believe her over A1? And Lyrica was like, A1 admitted it. Here go Pam. In the confessional. A1 done told him he did it. Like, yes, A1 admitted it. She is trying to be there for her baby, honey. She is trying to defend her baby at all costs. And basically, they get to arguing because they ain't going to see eye to eye. Because Lyrica G is like, look, you need to stay out of their business. Like, part of their problem is that you're in their business. And your son need to keep his penis in his pants. Like, he really needs to learn how to control himself. So then Pam want to talk about, well, Lyrica has cheated too. And Lyrica G was like, I know my daughter has not been innocent in this. But once again, when they recommitted, like, all of that was supposed to be thrown. Like, you can't keep throwing that in her face every time y'all get into an argument that she made mistakes too. So then they start asking for apologies from each other. Well, you owe me an apology. Well, you owe me an apology. Lyrica said, how you going to ask me for something I already asked you for? Well, whatever. Either you going to apologize to me, or we don't have nothing else to talk about. Well, this was just a waste of damn time. Well, it was a waste of damn time for me too. And she gets up, and normally when she get up, she throws something. But she didn't throw nothing this time, y'all. She stood up. And she just walked out the restaurant. Now, like I said, it was a little anticlimactic in the history of Pam and Lyrica G. However, I will say, if this is the appetizer to the main event, I'm here for it. I'll wait a couple of episodes, see what we gonna get. But that's what it was, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Drop it in them comments. Hold on, let me make sure that's all I got to say. Yeah, I'm good. That's it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.